Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Blanco the Islam, and it's time for your what to buy and what to avoid this week in GTA Online. Of course, we do these every single week whenever they drop a weekly update. Certain things go on sale, certain things are discounted, and I'm just here to pretty much give you guys a little bit of pointers and guide, on like what to spend your money on or invest your time in as well, because obviously sometimes things go double money or triple money, and I'm basically here to just keep you guys in the loop, let you know what you should be doing, shouldn't be doing, and also what you should and shouldn't be spending your money on. And then of course, everyone has free will. You don't have to listen to me. You can go and do as you please, but you can't say I didn't tell you so, right? But anyway, if you are new here, welcome. We do make consistent GTA content on this channel. If that's something you are interested in, please hit that like and subscribe button. It takes 1 second of your time and does help the video perform better in the YouTube algorithm. And of course, if you've been down with the channel, welcome back. And let's get into today's video. So first up this week, we do have sales on properties that is going to be the apartments, like, Eclipse apartment and stuff like that. Most people don't really care about these types of things anymore. They used to be kind of big back in the day when the original heist came out. But for whatever reason, if you are interested in buying one of these, you can. They are 30% off, and they do come with 10-car garages for the most part. I believe all of them. There's a few with like 6-car garages, so just be careful. They do list it whether they come with 10 or 6. But if you scroll all the way down, like for example, these apartments are worth buying if you get like the cheapest one. I think on discount is like around 150K, and it comes with a 10-car garage. So instead of buying like a 10-car garage, you could see this one right here. You could get it for 151, and it comes with a 10-car garage and a pretty nice like apartment. So it's worth it buying. Like right underneath, you can see the 10-car garage is 150K. So for just $1,000 more while it's on sale, you could get an apartment included with the 10-car garage. So again, if that is something that interests you, you can go ahead and buy them. I just wanted to point that out. I know that these apartments aren't really popular anymore, but they are on sale, so of course they're gonna make it in the video. And if you are gonna buy one, like I said, Del Perro is goated, so definitely look for those Del Perro apartments. And also this one down here, that's $151,000. It does come with a 10-car garage. For that price, that is pretty good, I can't even lie. Now, moving on to the vehicle sales, we do have a bunch of vehicle sales as well. And the first one we have up is going to be the Zeno. Now, the Zeno is a pretty good car. The customization is actually really solid. I really like the customization. I forget what it's based on in real life, but it's a really good looking car in game. And like I said, the customization is really good, but performance wise, it's not going to be the best. So for 1.9 million, honestly, I would only suggest buying this if you kind of just want to add it to your collection and you have a crap ton of money. But if you don't, I can't really recommend it, I'm not gonna lie. Now, next up here, we have one of my personal favorites. That, of course, is the Grotti Italia GTO. Do not confuse that with the Grotti Italia GTO TT, because that car absolutely sucks. This one is absolutely amazing and worth every single penny. If I could tell you to buy this 10 times over, I would tell you to buy it 10 times over. This is the best sports car in the entire game. It smokes everything else on the track, and honestly probably smokes a lot of the supercars as well. But this car is just really good, man. The customization is good. It looks really good. It's based off of Ferrari, so obviously that's a plus. And just the performance is ridiculous, man. The handling is like pretty much everything on this car is a solid like 9 out of 10. Nothing is a 10 out of 10, but every single aspect of the performance of this car is like a 9 out of 10. Which just inherently makes it a really good car, because no matter where you look, it really doesn't have any weaknesses. One of my personal favorites, and I can't recommend it enough. Definitely get you this car if you don't have it. The Grotti Italia GTO is absolutely amazing. Now, moving on to the next vehicle we have on sale, it is going to be on Warstock Cash and Carry, and that is going to be the half track. Yo, low key, bro, the half track is a very, very low-key car. Not a lot of people know about this car, but there's something I'm about to put you guys onto. The windshield is not supposed to be bulletproof, but for some reason, the windshield is bulletproof on this car. You cannot get bullets through the windshield. It's been a bug/glitch that's been in the game for years now. They've never taken it out. Honestly, that glitch makes this car like almost S tier. It's really good. It's weaponized too, so it has really good weapons on it. Honestly, it's worth every single penny. In terms of military vehicles, the this is one of the better vehicles. It performs pretty well too, like speed-wise, handling-wise. Honestly, it's a really, really underrated car. And on top of that, well, not a car, it's more of like a tank. But on top of that, it has high explosive resistance, which you want, obviously, out of a military vehicle. So I could definitely suggest getting the half track. Now, the next vehicle we have on sale, also on Warstock Cash and Carry, is the Savage helicopter. Honestly, I really can't recommend this one too much. It is pretty cool and actually does perform pretty well, but there are better options that are around the same price within Warstock Cash and Carry. So I can't really suggest getting this one too much like I can with the half track. The half track is definitely a must buy. This one is kind of like if you already have the better helicopters and you just want another one to add to your collection, go ahead and do it, because at the end of the day, it's not a bad helicopter, but I wouldn't suggest this being your first helicopter. I guess that's the best way to put it. If you have the other good ones and you just want to add another decent, reliable helicopter to your collection, go ahead and get the Savage. But if this is your first helicopter purchase and you're looking to buy something that might be on sale, I would just buy the other ones. Even at full price, they're a much better buy than the Savage. Now, of course, we can go over the Podium vehicle for this week. These are free to earn. Obviously, you just have to win on the lucky wheel. And you can spin it once every 24 hours. And this week, the Podium vehicle is going to be the Pfister Growler. You definitely want to try to get it. It's not the best car, to be honest, but it does look really damn cool. And it is based off a Porsche in real life, and it looks really similar to the real life counterpart. So you definitely want to try to win it. We'll go ahead and give it a spin live like I usually do here. Was having a little bit of trouble there getting the prompt to pop up. Sometimes that thing could be annoying, man. But anyway, let's give this thing a spin. You want to try to do it soft. I always try to do it soft. I feel like it lands on the car more often. Nah, we're going to pass it. At least we didn't get the close, right? I always get close. For some reason, whenever I spin live for you guys, I always get close. It looks like this time, yeah, we get the money. Okay, that's better than close. I'll take that over close any day. But yeah, definitely go ahead and spin that wheel once a day this week. Try to get yourself the Pfister Growler. It's like I said, not the best performing car, but it's not bad. And it's just a good car to have in your collection. It looks like a Porsche. And yeah, man, definitely try to get you the Pfister Growler this week. Now, moving on down to the LS car meet, your prize ride this week is going to be to the Class A Mamba. You got to place top 5 3 days in a row. So, like, honestly, I mean, it's not too hard to do, so I guess you could go ahead and do it. I just don't really care about the Class A Mamba, honestly. But if it is something you are interested in, that is how you have to get it. You got to place top 5 3 days in a row. Now, of course, if you are on Next Gen, we do have the HSW test track vehicle. It is going to be to the Class A Vajero. Now, this is the one with the roof on it. They did recently release the convertible one, but honestly, you could just buy the car. There's no need to buy it from there. It's just going to be more expensive. And now for your regular test track vehicles, we have the Grotti Cheetah. Honestly, this one brings me back so many memories. I remember when the game first came out. This was like one of my favorite cars in the game. It cost $650K. I almost forgot how much it cost. That's not bad, man. For how much cars go for now in GTA, those were the good old days when you could actually get a pretty good sports car for $650,000. And a cool thing with this one is the front actually acts like a ramp. You could literally use it as a ramp, just like that Warstock vehicle. I forget the name of it, but it literally has a ramp on it. Now, the next two vehicles here, honestly, I can't really recommend them too much. They're not really that great. Honestly, out of these three vehicles, the only one I would really recommend is probably the Grotti Cheetah. I don't really think the other two are even worth spending the money on. So if you are going to buy one of these three cars at the car meet this week, I would suggest all the way to the left that Grotti Cheetah. I mean, do you really want to spend money on this thing? It's just pointless, man. Get yourself the Grotti Cheetah if you're going to buy any of these. If not, if you already have the Cheetah or you're not interested in it, just don't buy any of them. But out of these three, definitely the Grotti Cheetah / as I like to call it, the ramp car. Because it's literally, the front of it, you could literally use it like a ramp, man. It's iconic. This thing brings me back so many nostalgic memories, no cap. Now, for the worst part of this video, every single week, I do have to cover it though. Luxury autos, voila, this is what's here this week. You know, nothing crazy, just two cars that they put out recently with some stupid livery slapped on it. Not even stock black rims. Usually I only come here to check if the cars have the stock black rims. In that case, I'll buy them. But in this case, you know, the wheels are their original colors and they just have a stupid livery on them. So nothing special. I think we could just move along. Heading down to Simeon's. Honestly, this Ubermax Xeon Classic, I believe it's called. This is a pretty good car right here. This one I actually probably would buy. It's based off like an older BMW, I guess, from like the 90s or whatever. I'm not sure exactly which one. I'm not a huge car guy, if you guys can't tell from these videos. I know a decent amount about cars, but definitely not like guys like Harm None and Digital Car Addict. Those guys are like the goats for stuff like that. We also have the Dubachi Impaler, I guess it's called. I wouldn't suggest buying this one either. The customization sucks, the performance sucks, and all in all, not really a great vehicle. Honestly, not too many great cars in Simeon's this week. I think out of all of them, I would only recommend one, but I'll still go through all of them. So far, that Ubermax Xeon Classic that we looked at in the beginning is probably the only vehicle that I would really suggest. Actually, to be honest with you, I would also suggest the Pegasi Vaca. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's Vacca. So I say Vaca, whatever. Whichever one I feel like saying in the moment. I usually switch it every time I say it. But anyway, I would definitely recommend this car as well. Not much in the form of customization, obviously, as you can tell just by looking at the headlights. This is a very old GTA car. I think it came out when the game dropped. So obviously, it's not going to look the greatest. But honestly, I think it only costs like $240,000. And for that money, you're really not going to find a better car for that price, to be honest with you. But anyway, let's move on now in some ways to make money this week. Of course, at the salvage yard, we do have the 3 regular robberies, but none of them are claimable. If they were claimable, they would have like a red garage logo on them. As we all know, as we've had claimable cars quite a few times now. Unfortunately, none this time. There was just 2 claimable cars a week ago for the Christmas event, so they probably won't do a claimable car for at least like another 2 months. They usually only do these like once every 2 months. They'll let you actually claim one of the vehicles that you rob, which sucks, right? Because honestly, when I bought the salvage yard, I thought that was going to be the main part of the business, was keeping these cars, and it turns out that they only let us keep them once every few months. So definitely not what I expected out of the salvage yard as a business, but at least the tow trucking side of it is fun, right? But anyway, let's move on to some more ways to make money this week. With your regular time trials, these of course pay $100,000, and they can be done in about 2 minutes. This is going to be the location of your regular time trial this week, so I always suggest getting these done because obviously it is an easy and pretty much free way to make $100,000, and they only take about 2 minutes of your time. There's nothing really in the game that can make you $100K in 2 minutes, quite like a time trial can. Now, moving on to another way to make money this week, it is going to be with the files, of course. For the agents of sabotage, every week we have a file that becomes what they call a priority file, where the payment for it is doubled, in which this case, this week, you can make $310,000 off of the black box file. Definitely pretty easy mission, probably the hardest out of all 4, to be honest. Super pause, but probably the hardest out of all 4 of these, to be honest. But still decent money for only like half an hour's worth of work. And also, I did want to just point out as a side note, a way to make extra money is if you finish the finale of a file as the boss of it, meaning you were the host, you will get a $200,000 cash bonus, and that will take about 3 days to hit your account. So you might not see it right away. You might. It took mine about 30 minutes to get to my account, so it won't take the full 72 hours, but it can take up to 72 hours. So definitely go get that file done, because pretty much the $300K for the actual payment plus the $200 from the challenge, that black box file is going to make you about $500K this week for like 30 minutes worth of work. So I would definitely go and get that done this week. Also, I did want to point out another way to make money this week. If you are someone's security guard on the SecureServe app, you can get an extra $100,000 if you earn $100,000 while staying within their CEO radius, which of course gives you $10,000 every couple minutes. Anyway, that was a mouthful. That wraps up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you made it all the way to the end, again, hit that like and subscribe. It takes 1 second of your time and really helps the channel grow and how the video performs in the YouTube algorithm. And again, I do make consistent GTA content. Some weeks I don't do these. I get too busy with real life things. But for the most part, if you are interested in weekly coverage of the weekly updates, again, I do these every single week for the most part, like 90% of the time. But anyway, until the next video, peace out, boys.